Hey, Nick Liuzza is here. Nick Liuzza is the CEO of Beeline Holdings, stock symbol BLNE, becoming a good friend, but at the same time, just a really interesting company. Beeline is a fintech mortgage lender and a SaaS on a SaaS platform. And look, they're building this lending platform for millennials and Gen Z, who are, get this, 100 million cohort at this point.
They got the money.
What?
And lots of stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
If you're reading the press releases on BLNE and you're watching it, it's really an exciting story. Nick, how are you, bud? Good to see you, man.
Hey, I think all of you guys are beautiful to me. Every single one.
Don't
you,
kiss
Nick.
up. You know what? We already like you. You don't even have to say that. I can tell you this, that I think I have Nick talked into coming in the studio here.
It's about time.
For a half a day.
Beeline
coming up
it in
shortly.
here.
So we can, if we have him, he's not just going to be on for one segment. He's going to be on for a while. Hey, real quickly, because we're always getting new viewers across the country and across the world, do a real quick overview. I obviously said fintech, millennial, and so on and so forth. You're much more than that. Give us a quick one before we start reviewing what's been going on last week.
Yeah, we're completely different than any other mortgage lender out there for two key reasons. Number one, our platform is completely diversified. So when you come through, we can offer you a wider variety of mortgages than the typical lender can, right? You go to any of the top 50 lenders, you go to Rocket Mortgage, you're gonna get denied if you can't qualify for a conventional mortgage, whereas we will open you up to a whole nother suite of products that are more designed for the gig economy, which means that your probability of getting an approval is much faster and much easier with us. Secondly, we are addressing, and we have a product that no other mortgage lender has, which is a fractional sale of equity, which means if you want to create liquidity for yourself and you don't want a payment and you don't want a lien on your property, you can sell a fractional piece of your home within about 7 to 10 business days. We'll get you the cash, and then you pay that back when the property is sold. So we're different. We're designed for the gig economy. We speak the language of the gig economy, and give us a try, man. We're completely different.
Nick,
and I have to talk about our financial situation, how that's improved too. If you give me a chance, that would be great.
Nick, you know, we always talk about what you do. How has been the response from those younger millennials and Gen Zers who are like, oh my God, if I hadn't have found you, I wouldn't have been able to get into the dwelling that I'm in?
Yeah, two specific examples. Go to our website. There's a girl named Kaylee on our website. She literally started crying on a testimonial because she finally got a mortgage. Didn't know that a bank statement loan existed. We gave her the bank statement loan. It's one of these loans outside of the box, which actually approves you based on the ebbs and flows of your bank statement.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with your income. That's number one. Number two, I mean, we're different just because, our brand is different. We speak differently. And yeah, again, we're designed for this new upcoming age.
What's interesting here is you have so many different products. I know that you are focusing on millennial, Gen Z, Gen Y, so Gen X, Gen Y, but you actually are for everyone. I mean, I went on there the other day and actually did a mock-up application.
Yep.
Just so I could I don't want to give the impression that everyone's welcome, right? I mean, this is not just criteria specific to millennial, Gen Z, Gen Y.
No, it's anyone who wants a digital experience, anyone who wants a fast closing, 14 to 21 days, anyone who wants, ease of use and 90% certainty that you're going to get a mortgage after investing 7 minutes with us, right? 7-minute journey. We're going to pull in data, documents that we need, and we're going to give you what we call a ready approval, which has a 90% certainty, if we give that to you, that you're going to get a mortgage. Unlike a pre-approval, which is just based on a thin credit score, which is the industry standard, by the way.
Nick Liuzza is the Chief Executive Officer of Beeline Holdings Incorporated. Of course, their ticker symbol, BLNE.
Hey, Nick, I wanted to drill down a little bit into, you mentioned gig economy, which is something that, it's changed. I feel like the landscape of professional, careers is different now with millennials, but also because of COVID and just a lot of different factors. So how does that affect what you're doing? Because people aren't staying in the same job. Is that what I'm hearing? Like they don't have years of their, paychecks, right? Because it's coming from different places. Is that what you're talking about?
100%. I mean, look, back in the day, and I'm talking about my day, right? 99% of the people, when they graduated from college, they got their job and they had a W-2, right? Yeah. That was the norm, right? That's not the norm anymore. You got influencers, consultants, you have people that have company income, lots of K1, 1099 income, right? Freddie, Fannie, whose standards were written a long time ago, right? They don't like that. They don't like lumpy income. So the gig economy really is, hey, man, you get paid wherever you can get paid. And sometimes it's multiple jobs. And if it's multiple jobs, meaning multiple payments, and in most cases it's consulting or 1099, and you don't have a lot of options for a mortgage if you have lumpy income that's not consistent.
You know, it's interesting.
Unless you come to us.
Yeah, so can I ask you also, because I want to get to the press release, fantastic press releases and what's going on this week. I always get email after you're on the air, obviously military guys and gals, because you're right in the middle of their wheelhouse. But I also get the errant email all the time with a guy or gal with a jumbo loan, and they typically come out of New York and Dallas, which is interesting because you know the home prices in New York and Dallas, right?
Yep.
So you're talking, and a jumbo loan, forgive me, I think it's anything over $1 million or 800,000 or something like that. Do you play in that $1 million to $10 million range? Is that even a thing these days?
Yeah, we're up to about. I mean, our sweet spot is really around 300,000 up to about 2 million. That's what our sweet spot is. So a jumbo loan is based on what state you're in or what county you're in, and it varies anywhere from 600,000 to about 1.2 million. Recently, our pricing just got way more competitive in the jumbo space. I'm really happy to say that after really good negotiations with some of our investors. And so we are a really good source for jumbo loans. And I mean, like 30 days ago, I would have said that we're probably not your best source, but that's changed.
And not a lot of people, I know the investors that watch our television program and listen to us on the radio worldwide. I've got some real sophisticated people that watch this and listen to us, and they look at balance sheets like I do. You guys are debt free. You just improved. You had good. You're the news today. If you are reading it and don't understand what's happening, you just bolstered your balance statement by a lot because of positivity. I mean, if you have achieved cash flow positive status for October. Talk about that.
Yeah, and look, it's a huge accomplishment, right? Because look, the industry unit economics of the industry have been down for the past 3.5 years. That means that for the most part, almost every single time you write a loan, it's negative. And that drops to the bottom line. And so the more loans you do, the more negative you are. That's recently changed a bit. And so the economics have changed, which means that, getting profitable is a lot easier. And so bam, as soon as that happened, Beeline's been very disciplined with its balance sheet and with its P&L. And we turned our lending entity into cash flow positive. Our entire company will be cash flow positive in January. We're completely debt free. And so here we are coming out of a really bad market with $55 million of equity on our balance sheet. We just raised some cash actually this morning, right? Which is one of the reasons why our stock is down a bit. But the good news is that here you have this little emerging company that's completely different than anyone else out there. And if you're looking for fundamentals, oh, by the way, again, cash flow positive.
Well, look at the balance sheet. I mean, this thing is clean as a whistle. It's so good. Well, listen, that's the investment geeks like me think about that. I mean, I love the fact of what you're doing for a living. If you look at the numbers of this thing, I don't care if you're retipping shoelaces. That's a good-looking balance sheet for you, Nick.
Nick Liuzza, CEO, Beeline Holdings, Inc., ticker symbol BLNE. Nick, when you come in studio, beignets, Cafe Du Monde, bring them with you.